honestly, ipamorelin is my absolute favorite peptide in the world.
Yeah.
When I started taking that in my 40s,
Uh-huh.
I was the first peptide I ever took. People thought I was on steroids because of how my physique changed so dramatically.
Yeah.
That's what can happen. But the only caution that I give with ipamorelin is it can cause water retention. So if you're planning on being in a bikini or you don't want to be holding water, then get off of it like maybe a week or two before your vacation or whatever. But honestly, ipamorelin for sleep, for skin, for getting lean, amazing.
Yeah, you better. Cause you want this, I want this. Everybody in this world should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands. Show yourself, reveal it to them. Yeah, you better. Take the time to recognize it. You won't leave me even if I tried it. You're the artist, I'm the mess, and happily be found the new in your hands.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Unlimited with Elisabeth Carson. Today, I have a very, very special guest and my good friend, Monica Campbell. I'm so happy to see you, and I'm so happy to catch up. It's been a while since I've talked to you. How have you been?
I've been fantastic. In case anyone doesn't know, I am the wife of Jay Campbell, who is the supreme biohacker extreme.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I just actually saw a flyer. He's going to the UK health summit, right?
Yep. Fire. He's been all over the place. And I'm telling you, I'm so grateful that I have exposure to him because I've learned so much through being connected with him. And I think that's why we're having this conversation.
Yes. Well, you know what? Actually, I wanted you, Monica, because you are just a powerhouse. I've been watching you since, let's see here, probably about 3.5 years ago, for a long time. And I have been following you on Facebook, and I really admire you, your lifestyle, and just, you look amazing. Okay. Listen, hands freaking down. You look freaking phenomenal. And, it's just, I wanted to get you on my podcast because you have so much knowledge about peptides and health and working out and just, healthy lifestyle. So, just give people a little bit of an introduction about you and all for people that, don't know.
Okay. So my name is Monica Campbell. And just to kind of give you a little background as far as who I am, I did not grow up privileged. I grew up actually as a welfare child. My mother was born in Mexico. My father left when we were extremely young. So she raised 4 kids on her own. We were on welfare. My dad was a severe alcoholic who was very violent. And so I had a lot of my own things to work through. My first marriage that I was in, I was with him for 21 years with 3 beautiful, amazing kids, which I was the breadwinner, and I had to pay him. I gave him the house. I paid him child support. I paid him spousal support. I went through a lot of shit, to say the least, where I was very, very destructive in who I was. And I came out of that realizing who I am because of the choices that I have made. And part of that was my desire was, I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen, but for me, when I was going through all the crap, I remember thinking to myself, like, this is not me. This is not me. Like, what is going on? When am I going to make better choices? Because even back then I was focused on health, right? Like, we think we're focused on health and we think we're doing all the right things.
Yeah.
But I am mentally and emotionally, I was lost.
Yeah.
I was completely lost. And I was a hustler. I was a breadwinner. I did what I could for my kids. But inside I was dying. And so when I left that relationship and I made a choice for myself to be who I knew I came here to be, that's when my life turned around.
Wow.
And it's been an amazing journey for me because I get to be me, and it's an exciting adventure. And I wish I could have that imprint for everyone to know the beauty it is to be who they are. It is such a gift because nobody else gets that opportunity. Only you have that opportunity.
Yes.
And so I look at life as a privilege now.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my God. I love that you talk about this because literally last night, my whole message, this is crazy. My whole message was, be who you are. Stop putting on the masks and the you know, the try like living for other people, because once you can be unapologetically who you are, then your tribe will be attracted to you. And it doesn't matter if someone judges you or doesn't want you or doesn't, you know, doesn't vibe with you. They're just not for you then. But at least you don't have to be exhausted by putting on a mask every single day and then acting through that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's tiring. It's exhausting. We develop these patterns in life for survival, because in our minds we think, especially as women, think about it. You know, we are master creators. We
Yes.
have the capacity to create life within us. Even if somebody does not have a child, we have that capacity. It's a freaking beautiful, amazing gift. And we don't realize that on top of the positive creations, we can also be attracting things we don't like because we're in resistance to it. And so the moment that you can step into your own power and you realize, and to me, like, power isn't necessarily like this force, it's this presence. It's a presence of just the beauty of being you. And when you step into that, people can be who they're going to be. Things are going to happen as they're going to happen. And it's okay. You know, it's totally okay. And by the time I got to that point, you know, because during that time when my ex, when we were going through the split up and I had just recently met Jay, my whole family turned against me. Everybody turned against me. My son was alienated from my life for 7 years. He didn't speak to me for 7 years. And I remember thinking to myself, like, what did I do to like attract all of this? Like, I couldn't believe that was happening to me, because I thought at that point I was at a place in my life where I was able to attract the good stuff. And so I realized through all of that my son was actually a valuable teacher for me, and that he taught me what unconditional love is. It's like, I'm not going to always get the love in the way that I think, but it's up to me if I decide how I'm going to love.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, you know, he literally would not, I saw him one time at a school and he ran away from me. Like, what son runs away from their mother?
Oh my God.
And I remember sitting there crying and going, what did I do? Like, but he had this story in his head of who I was.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't with his father, because that's parental alienation.
Yeah.
So all of these stories that happen in our life are there to teach us, as long as we're willing to learn the lesson. And now we have a beautiful relationship. So I'm grateful for the struggles that I went through that have allowed me to be present to this moment, you know, and at 50, almost 54, like, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job at rocking life.
Yeah, you like look like I didn't even know that, Monica. You look like you're literally like in your 30s.
Oh, thank you.
It's freaking insane. What the
I
heck?
feel, you know, girl, I got to tell you, I feel better than I did in my 20s, because I hated myself in my 20s.
Me too. Yes, I agree. I've been there. I have been there. And as you talk about, you know, your divorce, like, I'm going through a divorce. And so it's crazy. You said everyone turned against you. Everyone turned against me too. So, you know, but you know what? I really feel like divorce is one of the most powerful things that anyone can ever go through, if you allow what is happening to happen to you, because you can either go down the road of darkness and reaction and ego and revenge, or you can just sit and really dive into you and figure out who the F you are. Because you know what, Monica, I didn't really understand fully who I am before this happened. And now it forced me into this brand new human, this brand new presence, this brand new grace. Like, I'm fully embodied now. And I understand, you know, why everything really had to happen the way it did. I get it. I understand, because I went into it, you know, I went into the darkness of the pain and just the understanding of, you know, kind of what it brings up. Because they say, you know, divorce, moving, someone dying is like the 3 most stressful things in the whole entire world. So I've been through all the things now at this point. So, you know, it's very powerful when you can come out the other side and really just understand yourself more. And I think that everyone can, if they choose that, you know?
Yeah. And I think it comes down to, as well, like, even in the divorce, is looking at that relationship and who you were in the relationship and what it was meant to teach you. And in some ways too, at some point, you're probably not there right now, but at some point you'll most likely thank him for the impact and the path that it
Oh
put
no,
you
he gave me all type of gifts, all
on. Yeah,
type of gifts. I full gratitude. I send him love every single day. That doesn't have to say that we ever have to, engage again. But
yeah,
he was one of the greatest teachers on my path.
yeah.
So I
And then
gave him gratitude.
and feel the pain. That's one thing
Mhm.
I got to tell you. Feel all the pain. Let yourself cry.
Mhm.
Because the one thing that I like, so I'm taking a class right now that's on the root cause of disease, mainly cancer. And
Mhm.
in it, we're learning how when you won't allow yourself to feel, how
Mhm.
the disease will fester inside of you. And
Yes.
and it creates blocked energy. And I think what happens is we think, oh, I gotta be strong. I gotta show people that I got this. And no, like be in the corner, sit and cry and do what you gotta do to get like those feelings flowing through your body and feel it.
Mhm.
I mean, after when I left court, I remember when I left court with my ex, I wanted to go home and kill myself. And I looked
Mhm.
for every way that I could because I'm thinking, I don't want to give that a-hole a penny. I paid all the way up to this point. He survived because of me. And now I have to pay him. I couldn't even fathom it, but I couldn't even figure out a way to kill myself.
Mm. Mm.
So it's like I sat in the corner and I just cried. And I'm grateful that I just allowed myself to feel and to cry and to express myself.
Yes.
Because if not, all of that would still be stuck inside of me, and it's so
Absolutely.
unhealthy.
Oh, it turns into dis-ease, which turns into disease. And you're like you said, it festers. And that's what turns into cancer, autoimmune disease, everything else, dementia, Parkinson's, all of that. All of that. I really feel like mind-body connection. So you have to express your emotions. You have to let it out.
You have to.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
it's interesting because this class that I'm taking right now, it speaks about how every type of cancer is it's specific to a certain resistance or lack of
Mm.
dealing with a certain emotion. So like
Wow.
men with prostate cancer has to deal with them feeling less of a man for some reason
Mm.
or another. It's so interesting when you look at the dynamics. Like my father just recently passed away of pancreatic cancer.
Mm.
How what that was, and I'm telling you, the same thing he was going through is something that caused his cancer. And would he believe it? No, but he ultimately passed away from it. But when you really look at some of these things and you see what's going on with us as these human beings, there's so much to navigate through.
Yeah.
And it's this divine existence, and yet we resist it.
No, I know exactly. And you know what? I think it's so important, like mind, body, soul, address all three, because if all three are not healthy, you're not healthy. So
Mm,
therefore you have to have a healthy mind, a healthy spirit, and a healthy body,
exactly.
because one can affect the other, that affects the other. So it creates dis-ease. So, I really, really talk about how you have to balance all three. So Monica, like, let's shift a little bit. How did you, like, first of all, what do you do? Like, what's your daily regimen? Like, how can I look like you when I'm in my 50s?
So, well, my regimen. So I actually have on my social media, like, come and cheat sheet, get a copy of my schedule. So it's interesting because my schedule these days is nothing like it was back in the day when I was a hustler, because I was working 7 days a week and doing what I had to do. So now I don't hustle.
Yeah.
Now I choose what I put my energy into. But I can tell you this, anyone can do what I do. It's so simple, because the main thing that I do when I get up, the first thing I do is I give thanks to be in this body.
Yes.
Because to me, that is a gift. Like the first thing, as soon as I open my eyes, it's like, yes, I get to be in this body, and I get to navigate how I'm going to move through this day. And I get up and I move.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my peptide, my supplementation. I do my mindfulness time. And quite honestly, like our training regimen, we only train Monday, Wednesday, Friday for an hour with about 20 minutes of post cardio. And our training session is so precise. We're like boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday is cardio days, and it's fasted cardio. But anybody can do this. Like you can get up at whatever time it is you get up, and you can structure your day in a way where you put yourself as a priority. So you have your supplementation, you have your mindfulness time, you do your grounding, you do your meditation, and you get going. And if it's on a Monday, let's say that's your training day, you go to the gym, you work out, and you get on with your day. Anybody can do this. It's the most simple thing in the world. That's why when people say, I don't have time, what they're saying is that
prioritize.
they're saying they don't want to do it. Because when I had 3 kids and I was the main breadwinner and I was working multiple jobs, I was still training and I was still doing what I had to do because I was committed to being healthy.
Yeah.
Even though my mind wasn't as good as it was supposed to be, but physically I was in shape.
What's your stack, Monica? What's your supplementation stack and what's your peptide stack?
Cool, girl. My supplement stack is supplements. I take a lot.
Me too. I do too. I want to compare.
I love one called Primadine. So Primadine is a spermidine supplement, which is awesome. It helps with skin, hair, nails. And so what I like about this one is, we moved from California to Mexico to Florida, and my hair lady is still in California. So I only get to see her like every few months. And look I have very minimal gray hair at almost 54.
Yeah.
Because what this does, Primadine, it helps minimize the gray hair. So that's one that I like. I take metformin.
Yeah.
I take that AM PM. I take growth hormone. Right now I take the Glow Stack, which is GHKCU, BPC 157, TB 500. Now I love that stack because that is for skin. And when I had the CO2 laser, have you ever done the CO2 laser?
I haven't heard of that. What's that?
Oh, you play it because you have nice, beautiful olive skin. I don't think you're going to be able to do it. So they basically burn the layer of your skin. Oh. And when you burn the layer of your skin, what happens is it brings collagen, it helps build it, and then it helps bring the youthful glow, right? Well, when I had the Glow Stack, I injected it right here for healing, and I injected it right here for healing. And it works great. And people always go, you inject it in your face? I'm like, well, I mean, you pull the skin, you inject it right here. I have a small little needle, and I just inject it right there. Actually, let me show you how small the needle is. Can I go get it?
Guys, the needle is very small. I don't know if her needle is smaller than mine, but it's a pretty small needle. Is yours 31 gauge, 30 gauge?
So, okay, these are pens that we use. So these are awesome because you can put so when you have your peptides reconstituted, you got to have them refrigerated.
Yes.
So this is the Glow Stack, which is GHKCU, BPC 157, and TB 500.
Do you mix them inside of there and then you get that, or do you buy it like that?
No, you have to mix it with the reconstitution solution.
Right. And then do you buy the pen like that? Because I get my little bottles but then you pour it in there. Like I've never seen a pen like that
These are our newest and latest little tricks that we have. So this has a little vial in it. This has a little vial in it. This here is a little needle that you just twist on, but look at how tiny the needle. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
See how tiny that needle is? So you can inject it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's the most amazing. And this is actually the size of our needle of our growth hormone. So my growth hormone pen is like that too. So my injections that I take are super small needles. They're not harpoon needles, super easy to inject.
Yes.
And makes it super easy. So
where do you get that pen? How do you get the pen? Like I have the vials that you reconstitute inside the vials, and then you have to take the bigger, insulin needles, the long ones, usually to inject.
I can send it to you. I can send it to you. Yeah. These are awesome. So we have this. Jay has like a whole big pack that he has all his different ones that he uses. So we just started practicing with MOTS-C and NAD. And that one is, I'm still kind of iffy on that one because I love microdosing retatrutide. Retatrutide is awesome for food noise. And it helps, for me, it keeps me lean. And I just love it because I don't have cravings. At one time, I was like a chocolate chip cookie fiend. I would just sit there and eat chocolate chip cookie dough. And that's just the most amazing thing ever for me. So I have like no cravings whatsoever. But that's with microdosing retatrutide. This one here, I just use for healing components. And
I take BPC and TB pretty much, but I haven't.
Awesome. And so, so the other thing with GHKCU, it can burn.
Yeah, it does.
It can. So if you mix it with, so there's a glow blend on BioLongevity Labs where it's all of them mixed together in one vial. You reconstitute the water, you test a small area, you see if it burns. If it does, you add more backwater. And then you test another small area. If it burns again, add a little more backwater. And so you do that until it doesn't burn. So I added a little bit of extra backwater to this because typically GHKCU. So before I had my, I redid my breast augmentation surgery about 2.5, 3 years ago. Before I did it, I did GHKCU and oh my God, burn like a mother.
Yeah. And it'll burn for days. It'll burn for days. That's why I don't take it.
Yeah. But if you do it in this way, this will help. So if you're using BPC and TB500, are you doing it for healing?
Yeah. Usually I'll do it after a really, really intense workout day. And so I can, recover faster usually.
Okay. And where do you inject in your stomach?
Yeah.
Okay. So like typically for me, let's say that I wake up with an achy hip, or I have like behind my knee, sometimes it's sore, or like this nerve I have that goes up my leg. I think it has to do with like plantar fasciitis. I'll inject into that area with this. So remember, you can use this anywhere, wherever you have. But now they have, what's really, really cool is for people with injuries, there's Cardilax. Have you heard of Cardilax?
No.
So Cardilax is awesome because that's actually helping people that with their cartilage and helping to like regrow things. So Cardilax is like the newest craze, but they're selling out almost all the time. So if you're interested in Cardilax, I would go on there and buy a few vials just so that they don't sell out when you really need it.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about NAD? Because I take NAD, but I have this reaction sometimes. So I learned that if I drink some electrolytes before I take it and I have a little bit in my stomach, it doesn't really give me that feeling. Do you ever get that detox feeling after you take it?
Where do you inject that?
My stomach.
You inject in your stomach? So what we're doing with the MOTS-C and the NAD is we're injecting in the arm, the muscle. So you might want to see what happens if you inject it in a different place, like in your muscle. Now, what about hormones? Are you doing any type of hormones?
Progesterone, testosterone cream.
Have you tried the injections?
No. I'm scared.
The injections are amazing, dude. I'm
really?
Telling you, they're amazing. It helps so much with energy, helps so much vitality. And you're actually able, so like if you break it up, I take 3 7 milligram shots, one on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I take it in my glutes. Love it. The cream for me, I didn't really like because it made me break out a lot.
Yeah.
I would do that to you too.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit, but I don't take, it's not a high dose, but I had 0. That's why let's talk about this for a minute, because women need testosterone. If they do not have testosterone, they are going to feel depressed, burnt out, like super flat. I thought I was just burnt out from work, and I went and got my panel done, and I went and got my hormones tested, and I was at like a 0 testosterone, free testosterone. I was done, son. And as soon as they put me on the cream, I was like, oh my God, my brain is back. I thought I had depression. I was like, I wasn't, motivated. I couldn't focus. It was horrible.
Well, welcome to the society we live in.
Yeah.
The society we live in, it's depleting all of our hormones. I mean, think about how much, sadly, I'm drinking from a plastic bottle.
Yes, endocrine disruptors. All day.
But I'm hormonally optimized. But so it's like all of these things, and then these wonderful computers that we're speaking on.
Yes.
There's so much that we're exposed to day in and day out that more than likely you're going to need to be hormonally optimized at a younger age.
Yeah.
Because at one time we didn't have to be, but now it's almost a requirement. Yeah. And testosterone, you need it, girl, because like I'm telling you, even like libido, like. And then I don't know if you're probably not even at this point, but like for me, an estrogen cream vaginally, it helps, especially with wetness, because what happens, I'm perimenopause. I'm getting to that age where unfortunately it's not going to be as wet as we would like it to be. And so you take that helps, the testosterone, there's so much more available to us these days than there was back in the past. And I don't know, have you ever heard of PT 141?
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. Can you handle the injection?
Yeah, I can. It makes me a little nauseous though.
Oh, I can't
Like
have it.
sometimes it makes me nauseous, and sometimes it didn't. It was weird.
Have you heard of the biostrips?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so now these are amazing. Let me see. I think I have one right here. Oh yeah. So these are strips
Ooh.
that they're buccal strips. So basically, all you do comes in a little strip like that. It has all the peptides in there. You put it. I'm just going to take it for us on this as an example.
Oh, wow.
Let it go to the roof of your mouth,
Uh-huh.
and then so this is also even good as the strip form as a
Yeah.
pre-workout.
As a
This is
pre-workout?
This is really
Okay,
good.
talk to me about PT141. Tell them what it does.
So this is actually a sexual peptide.
Yes.
But you can also use it for, enhanced energy. And this one, they are talking about different ones that I've heard of. There's so many different things that you can do. I have yet to try this, but I've heard of somebody talking about it, of putting this intravaginally and then using one of the red light wands to help stimulate yourself down there. I haven't tried that, but that's what I've heard somebody say. So this is the sex one. But one time, Jane, I tried it as an experiment, and we did it at night, and I was in the fetal position all night and didn't sleep the whole night.
Oh, no.
So I suggest that before you're going to be intimate with anyone, you do a trial run, because I was so nauseous. I thought I was going to die. I never wanted to take this one again. But now in the BioStrip form, I can handle it. And it's like, it gives me this energy and this fight, like this zen, that it can help be like a pre-workout. So this is great. But there's GHKCU, if you wanted to take GHKCU like that, just for skin. There's something like this. There's BPC 157. There's CJC for growth hormone.
Yeah.
You can take that one at night. And then I think there's one more I'm missing.
I used to take ipamorelin mixed with CJC 1295 1295, right? That got me like super lean and I was looking good, man. I was looking good.
Honestly, ipamorelin is my absolute favorite peptide in the world. When I started taking that in my 40s, I was the first peptide I ever took. People thought I was on steroids because of how my physique changed so dramatically.
Yeah.
That's what can happen. But the only caution that I give with ipamorelin is it can cause water retention. So if you're planning on being in a bikini or you don't want to be holding water, then get off of it like maybe a week or two before your vacation or whatever. But honestly, ipamorelin for sleep, for skin, for getting lean, amazing. I love it.
Do you cycle that? Do you take it still, or like do you take it still?
No, right now I'm taking just growth hormone because my body doesn't produce growth hormone like it once did. So I'm just taking growth hormone.
Gotcha. I see. And then how does that feel?
Good. You would probably be great with ipamorelin and CJC because you're at an age where your body's still producing growth hormone. So I could probably take ipamorelin with growth hormone, but growth hormone's doing what it needs to do. So I don't need to take anything
extra.
Yeah. And right now I feel like I'm pretty lean, like overall, and muscular. I don't feel like I need to do
anything.
I feel like I get to the point where, for me, I look at myself and I say, am I happy with where I'm at? If I'm happy with where I'm at, then I stick with what I got.
Yes.
Yeah, I stick with what I got because I know a lot of people that they want this stack. They start focusing on all these stacks, right? And then what happens is they're not keeping track of what's working and what's not working. And it's really crucial, like on this journey, especially as you're getting older, is for you to have an intimate knowledge of what's going on with your body.
Yes.
Sometimes I just sit with my body and I focus on what's going on in my body and I see where I'm stuck because it could be anything. Like sometimes I'll hold water in my stomach. Okay, so what's going on here? What is it that I got to focus on? And sometimes it's just giving myself a little extra love instead of adding more stacks.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I was there. I was taking all different types of stuff and then I didn't really know what was happening. I just knew I looked good and felt good. I'm like, you know what? I don't know. What do you think of epitalin?
I've taken that one before. That one, That's okay. Like I'm telling you, like sometimes you don't necessarily, some of these you don't feel. It's like a long-term effect and you just use it. You cycle in and you cycle out and you see if you have anything enhanced. And that's the pineal gland one, right?
Yeah. And then it's supposed to grow telomeres. Yeah. Linking telomeres. Yeah.
But, you know,
how do you know?
Yeah. Did you notice an impact when you took it?
You know what? I noticed my skin, it looked a little bit less, like it looked more hydrated, you know, and I noticed that I had a little bit more energy, but I really, you know, I'm pretty healthy to begin with. So it's hard to kind of have that contrast sometimes when you take these, you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. It's like you take so much. Like to me, exercise. Well, number one is if you're going to be taking this stuff, you got to exercise. You got to move your body. So some of these people that get onto these peptides, they think, oh, this is the magic bullet. I don't have to do anything. No. You gotta work your body. You gotta do it. It's number one.
Eat well. You have to eat. Like you can't. No. Yeah. It's a lifestyle. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna take this magic peptide and then everything is gonna be perfect. It's a lifestyle. You have to live a healthy lifestyle to add in, you know.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, so Jay has a group. It's called the Fully Optimized Health Group, and that's all everybody talks about in this group is how to properly use peptides, you know, what they're doing, what's working, what's not working, all these different types of people. But what we've recognized is the people that are willing to actually exercise in addition, especially like with the GLP-1s where they want to lose weight, the people that are seeing the best results are the ones that are exercising along with it. The ones that had like Ozempic face, you know, the ones that were like caved in, it's because most of them didn't work out. They just ended up going like this. So it's not necessarily that they're using this, it's that they're not working out alongside with it and they're not eating right. So what happens is, like with the GLP-1s, you don't have an appetite. And so before you know it, you're not eating enough protein. You're not eating well at all. And you're not exercising. So what's going to happen? You're going to look like a skeleton.
Yeah.
You know,
and then it kind of eats your muscle, right? If you're not working out, if you're not eating healthy, your protein, it like eats your muscle as well as the fats.
Yeah. And then think about it. Like, so we're getting older. So like in my age group in the 50s, like we want to keep our hair, right? Well, if you're not eating right and you're not doing what's necessary, you're going to start losing your hair. I think about everything. I think about like, okay, I want to keep myself looking as youthful and filled with vitality as possible. So I'm looking at ways to enhance it, not to deplete it, you know?
Yes.
And some of these people are just like, I got to lose weight. And then before you know it, they're losing their hair. They're losing skin elasticity. And, you know, that's the first thing that you see with us women is like, you know, you start seeing the skin will sag like this. And that's not no fun. And then the neck, you know, usually you'll see it in the neck.
You got, girl, how? How? Because I see my neck and I'm like, girl, I'm starting to see a little bit. How?
So, okay. Well, we have the red light machine at home.
Yeah, I use it all the time too.
You have one?
Yeah.
You have one?
Yeah.
So, you know, one thing that I love to do before I do go on the red light, have you ever done airbrushing?
Like lymph? Like
yeah, just airbrushing. Or dry brushing. I'm sorry, dry brushing. So do that. Do your dry brushing. And then I love to put, so there's this one thing one of my friends told me about, hyaluronic acid mixed with the SNAP8 peptide. So instead of mixing it with the water, you throw some SNAP8 peptide into the hyaluronic acid. So I'll dry brush. I always say airbrush. I don't know why I say airbrush, but dry brush. And then I'll put some of that on. And then I go into the red light bed. And that seems to be doing pretty well, like overall on my skin.
What is that peptide called again? S8?
SNAP8.
SNAP8. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a wrinkle prevention one. But I mix it into the hyaluronic acid. So they have it in injectable form too, but she was telling me she puts it in that. So sometimes you learn from other people, you know, like, what are you doing? What works for you? And so she was talking about this. And so I started doing that. And I feel like it's doing well with my neck. And I have an aesthetic doctor in Mexico.
Nice. Yes. Well, Monica, you look freaking amazing, man. And guys, this is like part one, because there's so much more to dive in with you. Cause man, you're like a freaking world of information and you just look amazing, guys. Like Like
Thank
for
you.
the audio listeners, well, I'm gonna post your picture so they can see. But where can people find you?
I could give you one on the bikini.
Yes, girl. Yes, yes. Do it, please. Do it.
Because you know what? Look, girl, when you get in your 50s and you can actually wear a bikini and feel good about it, I'm like, I'm all over it.
Yes, absolutely. And you should be. You should be. This is hard work to be able to stay in shape, to really put this as a lifestyle. It is. It's hard work. You have to have a lot of, what is the word? A lot of what the frick is the word? Yes, that, but also like it's when you have to what?
Kuspa?
What is that?
Kuspa, like, you know, like, I'm gonna do it.
Yes, determination and oh my God, I don't know why the word is slipping. What is that a cause of? Because I miss words a lot, and I'm thinking it's heavy metals. Heavy metals. I haven't gotten a heavy metal test, and I think I need to because I know that when you miss words, it's can be due to heavy metals.
I call that brain farting.
Brain farting.
Brain farting. So there's actually some really good things that BioLongevity Lab sells.
Yeah.
BioMind is actually a really good one that could help you. Have you ever tried tesofensine?
You know what? I have not. No, I haven't. I heard there was a lot of side effects to that.
I had no side effects to it.
Really?
So yeah, that was actually studied for the brain before they put it out. It was studied for the brain. So it's a really strong one. It's a great one for people that don't, like, let's say that you had ADD and you were on Adderall. A lot of people that get off of Adderall go onto tesofensine because it helps.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah,
and then, but is it for weight?
It also helps you with losing weight. So it's a win-win, brain and losing weight. But they started researching it for people with dementia, Alzheimer's, things of that nature. And then they found that it had a component of helping people lose weight too.
Discipline was the word I was trying to get.
Oh, discipline.
Girl, see? I'm saying like, oh my God, yeah, got to get this together. But yes. Thank you. I'm gonna try it because you know what? I love BioLongevity Labs. I do. And I've been working with them for I think the last like 4 months. I'm an affiliate and their products are amazing. Amazing.
And if you need help, reach out to us. Yeah. We can help you. And I'll let you know where I get the pen at.
Yes.
Because these are amazing, dude. I'm telling you, these make life so much easier.
Yeah, because I don't like the insulin needle. It's like a 30 gauge. It's still like it's small still, but it still hurts.
Yeah. And one thing too, so you know this, I'm going to just tell you this really fast. With anything that you do, especially that you're going to put in your body.
Yeah.
When you do it, you don't do it with fear. You do it with intention and you do it with love, knowing that it's going to help you. Yeah. Because a lot of people that want to start this journey, they say, oh, I'm so scared. What happens if this? It's like, stop.
Yeah.
It's not about, you're not going to focus on the fear. Like, what is it? What's the ultimate goal here? Yes. The ultimate goal is you're looking to enhance and be better. So that's what your focus has got to be. Not the fear. Oh, I'm so scared. I don't want to inject myself.
And let me actually read. I'm going to take that back. The needles that I have, the 30 and 31 gauge, they're really not bad. But I just know that needle is so much smaller. Like you could probably hardly even feel it.
No,
like you probably hardly feel that.
Hardly. That's why I can inject my face.
Yeah. Oh man, I need it. Monica, text me, Monica.
I'll text you the information on where to get it from, and then I'll send you pictures of what to get as well, so you know what to get.
Yes, please get me together so my neck can look like yours.
Girl, you are so beautiful. You got this. You got this.
Thank you. Well, this was part 1, guys, because I'm going to have Monica back. She's a world of information and just an inspiration to all women out here. I mean, dang, like, I swear to God, I'm going to be like blowing up your phone as soon as I start getting in order. Like, yo, what do I need? What do I need now?
I'm here. And thank you for having me. All the love. I really appreciate you. And keep doing what you're doing. Oh, and if you want to reach me, my Instagram is @MindsetFreak. FREEK.
Yes, @MindsetFreak, guys. FREEK, and that'll be in the description. Monica, thank you so much for taking the time with me today. I love you. Tell Jay I said hi. And yes, we'll talk very, very soon. And text me, please. Text me all the things.
I'll text you now.
All right,
Ciao, Bella.
Bye.
Bye.
That was another episode, guys. Until next time. Peace, peace, peace.
This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The views expressed are those of the hosts and guests and don't necessarily reflect those of the producers or affiliates. We do not guarantee the accuracy of the content. Please verify information and seek professional advice when needed. By listening, you agree not to hold us liable for any actions taken based on this content. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you enjoy the episodes ahead.
Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, I invite you to stay on this journey with me. There is so much more ahead. Courses, mentoring, healing circles, retreats, safe spaces to heal and grow. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and stay connected. We are not alone. In this journey, we're on it together.